Good morning, everybody. It is Dawn with For Grace Creations, and we are here for a Scrappy 8 challenge prompt. And this month's prompt comes to you by our very own Scrappy 8 friend, Michelle. So, her prompt is don't label me. All right, don't forget, if you're joining us in this challenge, make sure you use hashtag scrappy8challenge and then tag me for Grace Creations so that I can make sure to see what you're creating. So I have already found a page that I want to use here. And yes, I am having coffee. And truly, coffee would be better at the beach, but I am not there right now. I am at home. Don't label me is our prompt. Can we talk really quick about labels? So I looked it up, and a label is a paper or other material attached to something giving information about it. It also can be a phrase or words applied to a person, especially one that's inaccurate or restrictive. So this was kind of hard. I sat in front of the campfire out back at my house and kind of pondered label. So I'm going to be honest, I think that I'm going to do a little bit of in-depth talk about this word label in a pondering purpose, maybe at the beginning of June. I don't know. Anyway, it'll give me time to kind of look into it a little more and really ponder it some more. But my first thought was, doing some grunge, a big warning label. But then I got a happy mail. Actually, I got two. This one comes from one of our Scrappy 8 friends, Kristen. And this is so cool. She says she found this at her antique shop and just had to send it to me. And there's two things in here. Look at this. An old vintage label. And, it tells the price. It tells what it is, the name, the brand name. It gives you more information, best served cold, where it was made, the contents, how many ounces. And I thought that was so cool. So I wanted to use this, but then I thought, no, I want to put it in a pocket. So we'll make a pocket for it. And frankly, I want to keep her little note as well. And then I might do a little journaling on it. I don't know. But look at this, a Viewmaster reel. Now, I live in Oregon. I used to live 45 minutes to an hour from the beach so I could chase the sunset. I moved away. I'm 5 hours now. But this viewfinder, it also has a label, tells everything that it is. But check this out. It is all about the Oregon coast. I live in Oregon. And it is, when you hold it up to the light, you can see some of these things, even though you don't have an old Viewmaster, which, by the way, I'm now on the hunt for a Viewmaster. You know, the kind, well, if you're under age 40, you may have no idea what I'm talking about. But you put this in there, and then you look through it, and you can see the photos really well. But there's Heceta Head Lighthouse, the Sea Lion Caves, Devil's Punch Bowl, a lot of just different sites from the Oregon coast. So that is amazing. She will have no idea how much I love this. We're going to use these things. I want to set them aside up here. But then I got another Happy Mail. And look, I just love this. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to use this, which is why I kind of chose a page with pink. So let me ask you something. In the world of crafting, creating, would you have a label? Would somebody say you do grunge, you do pastels, you do vintage, you do botanicals? Do you have a label in the world of crafting? Maybe you would put that label on yourself, because sometimes we happen to label ourselves. I don't think I have a label. It depends on the day, my mood, things that inspire me, people that inspire me. So today I think I'm going a little bit of vintage, a little bit of pastels. Have you ever been labeled in your life? Growing up, I hate to say it, but okay, let me ask you this real quick. If you had a warning label, what would your warning label be? Mine would be warning, loud, or warning, talks a lot, warning, dramatic. Those are the labels that I kind of grew up ingrained in my brain, constantly being told these things. And they weren't positive things, guys. They were negative. Even when in high school, I thought, well, if my mom always calls me loud and dramatic, I'm going to join theater. And I was able to get on the stage, and no one ever had to tell me, speak louder. No one ever had to give me a microphone. My voice would carry through the whole auditorium. And it was amazing. No one else's voice could do that. So really, it's a gift. Yeah, I'm loud, but I need to figure out how can I use it for good. And instead of accepting it as a negative label, see it as something good. What would you say your label would be? If you had a little label, like a clothing label, what would it be on it? Because most people, like for me, in general, I would probably say mom, wife, grandma, dog mom. And then I would include the negatives, talks a lot, loud, dramatic. Well, how about this? How about we give ourselves a new label? How about free? Free to be who we want. Free to love what we want. Free to enjoy life. Free to be me. I'm just going to real quick insert this. You're also dearly loved. You are a beloved child of God. The Lord's going to label you dearly loved, forgiven, redeemed, chosen, adopted. Those are your labels, the ones that the Lord would put on you. But let's stick with free, because Jesus has set us free, and I want to stick with that. Free to just be me. Don't label me, because I want to be free to change, free to grow. You know what I'm saying? So let's do this. First, I need scissors, because this has some white on it that I don't want there. We're just going to cut it off. Now, what am I doing? I don't know exactly, other than I need a pocket to put my wonderful gifts from Kristen in. I want to make this, let's set this aside. I want to make this a little more, I guess you would say vintage. So I got some tea bags, and I'm thinking if we put these on here, then it's going to give this a little more vintage look. That's better. We'll just come back here and cut the excess off. So we have our pocket. Maybe it might be a tuck spot. I want to go ahead and write our prompt on some of this really cool paper somebody sent me. Okay. There we go. We've got some white. I think I want to change that up a little. And I'm going to use abandoned coral, even though it is not the same color as this. There. Now we have our pocket and our label. I want a little of this around the edges. We'll glue our pocket down, or tuck spot down. And then we can put our little things in it. However, I think I might actually want them to be in something a little protected. If I want to use this to put the items in there, then we're going to cut this, and then that could fold over. That needs glued. We want it to dry before we put our stuff down in there. And that does not want to stay down. I got these sticky Velcro pieces. Now, I don't trust them to stay, so I'm going to do it and add a little glue to the backs. I have my little Posca pen. I need to hold that down. There we go. Before I do anything, that needs to dry. So we're just going to clip it. Will that help? I hope so. All right. So that will go down in here. Oh no, the page won't close. Oh, goodness. Rethink this. Can we fix that? Or is it too late? Oh, here we go, guys. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. Okay, I got it off. What if we glue it on this side, like that? But then we have this mess over here. With that mess, I wonder if we covered it up with some of that. Yeah. All right, let me... So it goes to about here. Maybe this will be a happy mistake. Who knows? See, so even sometimes we label things as a mistake. A big fat oops. And maybe, in fact, those things are not mistakes. For instance, see down here? Yeah, I totally messed that up. It's not... It's not pretty, but I have an idea. And I think the way to do that, I'm going to use a tea bag. How can I do this? Just give some texture down in there. Sure, yeah. Oh, you know what? My sewing machine is right here next to me. Let me see if I can, really quick, do something with this. I just sewed it, the tea bag, real quick. And, ooh, you know what? Let's take the pinking shears. And it was a little too long, so we're going to make it a little shorter. And let's just cut that. I'm going to set this aside because I want to get my spray bottle. I'll get you closer. And this. but it just gives it a little fun. All right. We covered that edge up. And then this will fit in there. But we still need to let the glue dry some more. Now I want to use some of this still. And I'm going to get some frayed burlap. And I think I'll make a wide belly band with this. But first, I'm going to take these. There, okay. And I want some black. Dog hair. We are free to dance. We are free to love. We are free to live out loud. Don't label me. We have the ability to learn new things. And you know, even from day to day, we're free to be different. So don't put a label on yourself. Don't let other people label you. I know that it's hard sometimes, especially when the world and people in it label us with negative words, negative warnings. I would say it would be okay to have a label of caution, handle with care, because I think all of us need kindness. We need grace. We need love. We need acceptance. I'd like to not label others. I'd like to not label myself. I'd like to live free. So I'm hoping that you too can live free. So now I've got 2 pockets. So we could put this in here, or we could put it here. Both. But I think for a finishing touch, I want to put some lace here. I've got this old spool. And I'm thinking I want to take just a little bit of this light pink lace. And I don't want to wait for the glue to dry. So what I'm going to do is staple it. And there we are. Don't label me. Well, thanks for joining me in the unknown. I had no idea really what I was doing today. Yeah, so until next month, who do we have next month? Next month we have Kristen. Yay! Oh, and mine is in August. So until next month, I shall see you later. Don't forget, you've got all month to create for this one prompt, and your new prompt will be announced on the first day of June. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Bye.